Hello, everyone, strangers on the internet. This is weird for me. I don't usually do voiceovers. I've tried to do voiceovers for a while, but I think this time I'm just gonna kind of YOLO it, Go with the flow, hope and pray, as always. So, why am I doing this, you might ask? This is a little strange for me, a little out of the norm. I am making, hopefully, a new sort of series where I am kind of walking through my process of creating my first ever webcomic. Because why not? I've always wanted to make a webcomic, and I thought that A, it would give me content, and B, it would be neat. It might help some other people to help their process, might show you what to do and what not to do. Might help me keep my thoughts together even. So I can watch through these later on and be like, oh my god, I forgot that was entirely an aspect of their character. Something like that. You never know. Obviously, I'm not gonna say everything, but I will try and do a speed paint of everything I make related to this. I'll try to put it in these videos, and I'll try to actually keep up with the series. I know I don't have a good track record. To all of the people who actually watch my content, are subscribed and watch it all, to my returning viewers, I know there's at least one of you. You guys, you've been starving, I know. Also, if my microphone quality is bad, that's not my fault. Pretend it is good. If my voice sounds weird, it's because I'm sick. I will always use that excuse. So if my voice always sounds weird, then it's always because I'm sick. Don't question that. Anyways, on to the actual thing. We're 2 minutes in and I haven't even talked about the stuff we're making. So, to make a webcomic, to make anything really, you need a concept, right? So, I started this concept with a character. I drew this little guy in my math class. Maybe it was government. I don't know. I drew him in class. And they've become my new obsession, and I decided they are going to be the center of a webcomic. They're going to be the main character. They're a little inspired by Lavender Town. If you could not tell, I think it radiates. Their design might change. It probably will change, actually. I don't think they really show what I want them to show, but it's vaguely there. So, they are an apothecary. That's the whole thing. They're a human. Their name is Onyx. They, them. They are a human who pretends to be a monster in a world filled with humans and monsters. Right. Crazy? So, I created this concept for the story, for this world. It's more for world building than the actual story. But, we got this weird kind of magic situation going on where, monsters have magic, humans don't, typically. Naturally. But humans can gain magic by worshipping gods. And that's how some other characters that'll be talked about later, maybe not even in this episode, will come into play. But apothecaryism is a form of magic. It's the magic of healing and the magic of nature mixed together. So, that's interesting, right? It's cool. And because Onyx is a human, you would think that they have to be worshipping a god of healing and a god of nature. That's typically how human apothecaries work. However, they worship no god. They're special. I haven't figured out how yet. They can use magic without worshipping God. They're one of the very, 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 very few. They're special like that because you always need your main character to be special. They need to have something special about them that makes them interesting. And that is that thing. I have not figured it out what it is, how they can do that, but I will figure it out before, I fully complete, the first chapter. And I'll also not say it in these videos. Ever. Until it's revealed. Because I don't want to, actually spoil stuff, Well, this is a walkthrough. I don't want to be handing out plot point spoilers, In case you do want to read it, I don't want people to be able to just watch these videos and then figure out the entire plot. That's just not fun. So, anyways, that's the concept so far. On to the speed paint that's hopefully playing while this is going. Onyx. About them a little bit more, and about, like, the actual series, they are, one of the greatest apothecaries, in all the land. So, that's technically 2 special things about them, but it'll be related. It'll be important. I have vague inklings of an idea, and there is reasons, okay? It's not for no reason. It's for reasons. But they are greatest apothecary in all the lands. Not even really. Maybe just that kingdom. Greatest apothecary in that kingdom. Turned down, job from the king. Does not want to work for the king, but they did get a job at a magic institution. A school that teaches magic to all of the monsters and human religious people, I guess. They are a teacher. They're teaching apothecary magic, which, again, is a mix of nature and healing magic. It's kind of blending the two, so there aren't many humans in their course. I'm dying, sorry. And they also probably teach, like, nature magic and healing magic separate, but those are different courses. Main focus is apothecary magic. They're also the basically on-site nurse, and they are forced to have an apprentice in the form of Ezra, my favorite. Oof, they're both my favorite, honestly. Ezra is a monster. He is a little silly. He's a little quirky. He's really kind of dumb, but in the best way. His father is the king's apothecary. The king's apothecary / potion master / helps with, like, the magic rulings for the king. I haven't figured out the specific title, specifically what it was. I don't think he's the apothecary, though. I don't think that would fit. But that is who Ezra is. And they grew up making potions for their father. They did not know anything of what they were doing. They just mixed what they were told to mix. He did not, he didn't learn really much, but he was really the only person who had some sort of background in making potions and working with herbs and, like, natural stuff that you can pull the magic from to heal people. And so Onyx was like, okay, you're probably my best bet. And then he realized that was very much a mistake. But I wanted Ezra. My original concept for Ezra was a lot more emo than he turned out, but I really like how he turned out. So it was really emo. He looks really depressed. But he also acts, like, super flamboyant, super out there, super wild, super cray-cray. He's living his best life. He's a little silly. And I kind of like that. He loves dramatics. He's a bit of a theater kid in a way. And the main idea I had for him was just, like, this concept of a character that was, like, super emo looking with, like, all black. And I think you get the vibe. He is not the vibe, I will say, but, like, that super emo, edgy looking character. But then they have, like, cutesy rainbow pastel and, like, My Little Pony kids cartoon bandages all over. Because another main thing about them is they get injured a lot. So they say it's because they're just really clumsy. It might not be the case. Ooh. A little bit of a maybe spoiler? Who knows? I'm still trying to figure that one out. They also have a pet ferret named Coco. Ferret named Coco. They don't have very good relationships at all. Like, Ezra doesn't have very good relationships, like, at all. Onyx is probably, like, their only friend. Even back at the capital, which magic school is not at the capital, I will just say that. It's in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere, far end of the kingdom, far separated from a lot of stuff. Yeah, I think that's really it. I don't know really what else to say. Hopefully you enjoyed this little intro to what's going on. Hopefully it wasn't too horrible. Hopefully my dogs barking in the background did not ruin my recording, because if they did, I'm gonna crash out. And I'm not re-listening to all of this to figure out if they did, because they've been barking a lot. I think that's all. Enjoy the art. If there's anything else, I will probably add it. Goodbye, and enjoy your lovely day, night, afternoon, whatever time it is for you. Time is relative on the World Wide Web, isn't it? Have a good life. We may meet again. We may never. All is to be revealed in the future. Something. Why am I trying to be philosophical? It's 9 p.m. Jesus.